Good morning, everyone. Okay, hope everyone is doing good as we are meeting after 2-3 days. Yes. Okay. I think, did you all get your assessment? No, ma'am. You will get it today. Okay, you'll get it today. So I gave you a homework yesterday to go through the PowerPoint slides of Chapter 3, Fiber to Fabric. I hope you would have all gone through the slides. If not, please take time, go through the slide and go through the question answers too. Okay. Utilize the time, do the homeworks as it is given. Okay. Yes, and then you'll get the assessment, which is very, very, very easy. Read it carefully and answer the questions. Okay. Yes. So I think you all got your cycle test scheduled too. I have given from physical science, you'll be having only one chapter, which is fiber to fabric. Okay. And then apart from physical science, you'll have one chapter from biology too. Okay. So please prepare thoroughly, utilize the time, learn, keep learning, practice writing, because you have to write and sign. Okay. So please practice writing. If you find some spellings which are difficult, write them, then only you will remember. Okay. 23rd is science. Okay. Excuse me. Yes. So now we will start the next chapter of physical science, which is heat. Okay, chapter 4. So your first chapter of physical science was fiber to fabric, which is chapter 3 in your book, and the next is chapter 4, which is heat. Okay, so now we are going to learn about heat. What do you know about heat? What comes to your mind when you think about the term heat? Yes, ma'am. The portion for physical science is fiber to fabric. Hot, fire. Okay. Okay. Hot. So, is heat a form of energy? Is heat a form of energy? Yes, it is a form of energy. It is also called dash energy. Now, this is something which you would have learned in your fourth standard. It is also called dash energy. Heat energy is also called thermal energy. Okay, heat is a form of energy. Heat is a form of energy. It is also called thermal energy. Now, heat, as I said, it is a form of energy which, when acquired by a body, makes its temperature to rise. Heat, when acquired by a body, makes its temperature to rise. Now, what is the meaning of this line? Heat, when acquired by a body, makes its temperature to rise. What do you understand by this line? See, when a body experiences heat, its temperature rises, right? When we suffer from fever, our temperature rises, right? So, when a body acquires heat, when it gets heat, the temperature rises. Okay, heat is a form of energy and it makes the temperature to rise, and it is also called thermal energy. Now, can we see heat? Can we see heat? No, we cannot see it. We can feel it. Okay, you cannot see it, but you can feel it, right? Like when mommy prepares food, right? When you go and try to keep your hand, you feel the hotness, right? You feel it hot. You feel the heat. So we can feel it, but we cannot see it. Once again. We can see the steam, but I'm talking about heat. Okay. Now, when heat is given to a substance, the substance becomes hot. You would have seen that some substances will be hot, some will be cold. Like for example, if you take three containers, okay, as I said, we can feel it, right? How do we feel it? By touching it. So the sense of touch is something that makes us feel that yeah, this is hot, this is cold, this is lukewarm, right? When you drink milk, when mommy gives you milk, when you touch, when you drink, you know, yeah, it is hot. Okay, so when you touch the tumbler, it will be hot. So you will be like, yeah, it is hot now. I cannot drink it now. Let it cool down, right? But uh, see, most of the time, like when we touch, we can understand like this is hot, this is cold. But not every time we can rely on our sense of touch. Okay, every time you cannot depend on your sense of touch. Everything you cannot go and touch and tell, this is hot, this is cold. You cannot go and keep your hand and all those things, and we cannot describe, right? So for that, uh, there are devices which are used to check the hotness, and the term used to check the hotness is called temperature, right? What is temperature? It is the effect of heat. Okay, heat will cause the temperature. When something is hot, we say now when you get fever, your body temperature is high, right? When your body becomes hot. How do we describe that the temperature is high, right? We use a thermometer to check the temperature, and we say yeah, this is 102 degree and like that. Yes, when ice cream is cool, if we eat okay. So when you eat ice cream, you eat ice cream, you feel the chillness. Immediately after eating ice cream, when you drink half a cup of hot water, you will not find that water to be hot at all, because when you eat something too cold and hot, our sense get confused. Okay. Example, if you take three containers, in one you pour hot water, in the second one you pour normal water, and in the third one you pour ice chilled cold water. Okay, now you place your hands in the hot water and normal water. Okay, then remove your hand, and now when you put your hand inside the hot water, your sense of touch will tell this is hot. Immediately when it is too hot, or if you cannot bear it, what will happen? You will remove your hands, right? Then if you go and put your hand into ice chilled water, you will not feel that hotness at all. Okay, so after placing your hands for a few seconds in ice chilled water, remove your hand and keep it back again into the hot water. You will not find the hot water to be hot at all. So there will be a confusion. Okay, so that is what I'm telling. We cannot rely on the sense of touch every time. Okay, few things you can touch and tell. Like when you're drinking coffee, when you're drinking, when something is when you hold a medium, when you have something to hold, uh, then you can drink and tell, yeah, this is hot. But every time you cannot go and touch, this is hot, this is cold and all. Okay, so that's what I'm telling that we have to measure the temperature. Okay, Some objects become hot. Actually, wait, wait. Yes, the coolness will hide the hotness, right? Okay, so yes, as I said, we cannot rely on our sense of touch every time to describe the hotness of a material, of a substance. Sorry. So, as I said, temperature is something that will help you to determine the degree of hotness. Temperature. What is the temperature? It will help you to. It it helps to determine the uh, degree of hotness or coldness. Right. So temperature will help you to determine the degree of hotness. Okay, heat is determined by its temperature. A hot object will have high temperature. Hot object will have high. Now this, if I put an arrow to upwards, this is high. Okay, hot object will have high temperature, whereas cold objects will have low temperature. Right. So when you won't have fever, your temperature will be normal. When you have fever, your temperature will be high because your body has become hot. Okay, so a hot object will have high temperature and a cold object will have a low temperature. So this temperature is something that will help you to find if an object is hot or cold. Yes. So when you measure the temperature of an object, you can if the temperature is high, you know that the hot objects have high temperature. So you can tell, yeah, this is hot object. If the temperature is low, we know that the temperature of cold objects are low. So we can tell, yeah, the temperature is low because this is a cold object. Okay, so temperature is helping us to determine the degree of hotness or coldness. Okay, so heat is determined by its temperature. What is the difference between heat and temperature? What is the difference between heat and temperature? What is heat? Heat is a form of energy. Right? Heat is a form of energy. What is temperature? Temperature, uh, it is the degree of hotness or coldness. Right? Second difference is heat is the cause of temperature. That means if something is hot, that will only determine the temperature. So it is the cause of temperature. It is the cause of temperature. Temperature is the effect of heat. Right? It is the effect of heat. So if something is hot, then only you can find the temperature. Okay, so this heat is something that is causing the temperature, and temperature is the effect of heat. Heat will bring change in the, it brings change in the temperature. So heat will bring a change in the temperature of the body. But this doesn't bring changes. This is just a degree of measurement. We are measuring, we are finding the degree of hotness or coldness. But it doesn't bring any change in the temperature of the body, or there is no change. Okay, heat will bring change in the temperature of the body. Heat flows from high to low. So it does not determine the direction of flow. Direction of heat is not determined. Direction of heat is not determined. Whereas temperature will help you to determine the direction. It determines the direction. Okay. Yes. The direction of heat is not determined. You cannot tell in which direction it is going. Okay. But temperature will help you to determine the direction of the flow of heat. So when the temperature is increasing, we say, yeah, this is the increase and how it is increasing. How is it measured? How is heat measured and how is temperature measured? Any idea? Any guesses that how heat is measured and how temperature is measured? How, in the sense, what is the degree of measurement? What is their degree of measurement? Yes. So heat is measured. Heat, temperature. Heat is measured in joule. The unit of measurement. Heat is measured in joule. Or it is measured in calorie. Whereas temperature is measured in degree Celsius and degree Fahrenheit. Right? Degree Celsius. This is Celsius. This is Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit. Yes. Good. So temperature, heat is a form of energy. Temperature is the degree of hotness or coldness. Heat will not determine the direction of flow of heat, whereas temperature will determine the direction of flow of heat. Then heat is the cause of temperature, whereas temperature is the effect of heat. Okay. Then it is measured in joule or calories, and it is commonly measured in degree Celsius or degree Fahrenheit. How it is measured? Using thermometer. Okay. Now we'll see about thermometer. Thermometer. Thermometer is a device for measuring the temperature of an object. It is a device used to measure the temperature of an object. Okay, so this can be asked as an objective type question. What is thermometer? One mark question. Or fill in the blanks. Thermometer is a device used for measuring the temperature of an object. It is a device used to measure the temperature of an object. Now there are two types of thermometers, common types of thermometers. One is laboratory thermometer. Laboratory thermometer. Okay. Second one is called clinical thermometer. Clinical thermometer. So these are the two common types of thermometer: laboratory thermometer and clinical thermometer. Both these thermometers are mercury thermometers. That means they have mercury in the bulb. Mercury thermometers. Both of these thermometers are mercury thermometers. Liquid metal mercury will be there in the bulb of these thermometers. To start with, we will see about laboratory thermometer now. Okay. So what is a thermometer? Thermometer is, what is a thermometer? Mercury is a liquid metal. There are different types of metal. Mercury is a liquid metal. Okay. What is it called in? You would have seen, like all those who have thermometers at home would have seen kind of silver color liquid. It is actually a metal but in a liquid form. Yes, it is highly dangerous. Okay, so coming to laboratory thermometer. Laboratory thermometer. Okay, laboratory thermometer, it is used for measuring the temperature of a substance in the lab. So it is used in lab. Why it is used? To measure the temperature of substance. Now when you go to your higher classes, no, when you will do chemistry, when you will go to chemistry labs and all, you will be making use of the laboratory thermometer. So it is used to measure the temperature of a substance. So there are some experiments where the appropriate temperature has to be maintained. Like in your last chapter, we saw that the female moth lays 300 to 400 eggs, and those eggs are washed and incubated at 25 degrees Celsius, right? You remember they are incubated at 25 degrees Celsius. So, in that's the procedure to be followed in sericulture. So, it has to be maintained at 25 degrees Celsius to get the best hatching. Okay, so like that, in laboratory, while doing some experiments, for some experiments, there will be some specific degree to be maintained for a substance. So for that, we make use of the laboratory thermometer. These are used in the labs. These are used in research labs, chemistry labs, all the labs, and they will help you to find the temperature of the substance in the laboratory. It has a long, it is made up of a long glass tube. So a long glass tube. It's not coming straight. One second. Okay. It has a, it is made up of a long glass tube having a, one second. having a thin bore in it. So inside that there will be a long tube which is a thin bore, and it also has a glass bulb. Here at one end you have the glass bulb. Okay, so here you have a holder. Here you have the glass bulb which will contain the mercury. Okay, this part is called the glass bulb which will contain the mercury. Okay, the glass tube, this glass tube which is inside the thermometer has markings which will start from minus 10 degrees Celsius. Okay, so from minus 10 degrees Celsius, the markings at the end are till 110 degrees Celsius. Okay, so from minus 10 to 110 degrees Celsius, the readings can be taken. Now this is called the range of the thermometer. So we can measure the temperature from minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius of a substance. Now this measurement is called range of thermometer. So the range of thermometer will vary from thermometer to thermometer. For laboratory thermometer, the range of thermometer is this, and for clinical thermometer, the range of thermometer will be different. Okay, so we can read the temperature shown by the thermometer corresponding to the mercury thread. Now, when you put this part, now this is like this, right? So this mercury part should be put into the liquid. Like for example, if you are taking a beaker, okay, so consider this as a beaker. So if the liquid or whatever we are going to measure, it will be there. We have to take the thermometer and imagine this as the thermometer and this as the bottom part, the glass bulb which has mercury. Okay, so this part has to be whenever you handle the thermometer, you shouldn't handle from this part. You shouldn't touch the glass bulb part which has the mercury. Okay, so now this has to be put into the substance, into the liquid, into the solution of which you're going to take the temperature. So when you put it like this, the thermometer should not touch the sides. It should not touch the bottom also. It's meaning you should just hold it vertically. This is what is vertical position, right? You should hold it vertically. You should be very careful. The bulb region should be surrounded by the substance, then only it will help you to find the temperature. Okay, so you have to be very careful. So it has to be kept vertically, hold it vertically. You shouldn't put it like this, you shouldn't put it like that. So it will not show you the reading. The laboratory thermometer will show the reading only when it is put into the solution or put into the substance of which the temperature you want to take. Once you take it out from the substance, it will not show the reading. So when you keep it like this, you have to be very careful and hold it vertically and check the temperature as when you put it into the solution, the mercury level from the glass bulb from the bottom will start rising up. Okay, and it will come and stop in a point which will determine the degree of temperature. Okay, so example, if the temperature is 100 degrees Celsius, okay, so the mercury will come and stop in it will come and stop in 100 degrees Celsius. So when you hold it like this, you can tell, yeah, it is 100 degrees Celsius. As you remove it, the mercury will fall down, will come back to its original position. Okay, so that's why this laboratory thermometer cannot be used to check the human body temperature. Why? Because how do we check our temperature? We either keep it inside our mouth or keep it in the armpit, right? So when you keep it there, when the clinical thermometer, when you take the temperature, it will be there for few seconds, which will help you to find the reading. But laboratory thermometer, as soon as you take it out from the solution, the mercury level will go down and you cannot tell the temperature. So it cannot be used to check the human body temperature. Okay, so I'll wind up with this and we'll continue the other things in your next class. Okay, till then keep preparing for your cycle test. Read 2 answers every day and write it. Okay, bye children. Thank you. Take care.